What's up, credit experts? Welcome back to our channel where we deep dive into the complex world of consumer credit. Today, we've got an exciting journey ahead of us as we explore the dynamics of credit and the roles of the key players and the significance that it holds in our financial lives. So, go ahead, grab a pen and some paper, and let's embark on this insightful journey together. So, before we dive in, let's go ahead and take a moment to really understand what consumer credit is all about. So, consumer credit is essentially the lifeline that empowers us to be able to make purchases, to fulfill our desires, and also to bridge the gap between our current resources and then our desired investments. It's kind of like having a portable bridge that you can keep on your back, and it just lets you close the gap between where you're currently at and where you want to be. So whenever we think about credit, we need to be aware that there are three key players whenever it comes to the world of consumer credit. So you've got the consumer, you've got the credit bureaus, and then you've also got lenders. And each one of these plays a crucial role in shaping the credit landscape. So let's go ahead and start with you and me. So we are the consumers. So as consumers, we hold the power to make choices and also to be able to manage our finances. And it's important for us to have a clear understanding of what our financial goals are, to establish responsible spending habits, and also to make informed credit decisions. Then, by exercising prudent judgment, we can leverage our credit to effectively enhance our financial well-being. So essentially, that's it for the consumers. Now let's move on to the credit bureaus. So these institutions are kind of like the custodians of our credit information, and they gather and then they maintain and analyze data that's related to our credit behavior. So if you've ever wondered how they do it, essentially what they do is they keep track of our payment history, our credit utilization, and a few other relevant factors. And then based off of that information, they compile the credit reports, and then they provide a snapshot of our credit worthiness. The credit bureaus play a crucial role in the credit ecosystem, if you will. They ensure the accuracy and integrity of our credit reports, which in turn influences the lender's decisions. So by analyzing credit information, the credit bureaus actually help lenders assess the risk that's associated with extending credit to consumers. So it's all about providing reliable and accurate data to support fair lending practices. So now that we understand the importance of the credit bureaus, let's go ahead and shift our focus over to the lenders. That would be the financial institutions that make credit accessible to you and I, the consumers. So lenders are institutions like banks, credit card companies, and other lending entities that evaluate our credit worthiness before they extend credit. So they rely on the information that's provided by the credit bureaus to assess our financial health and then determine the risk that's associated with lending to us. It's through their offerings that we gain access to credit cards, personal loans, auto loans, mortgages, and pretty much anything else that involves our credit. As consumers, it's really essential for you and I to practice responsible credit behavior. So this includes making timely payments, managing our debts wisely, and keeping our credit utilization in check. By doing all these things, we establish a solid credit foundation, which really opens the doors and improves our access to financing. It gives us favorable interest rates, and in general, I would just say a brighter financial future. So now that we've explored the roles of the consumers, the credit bureaus, and the lenders, let's dive a little bit deeper into an important credit concept that can actually empower us to make better informed decisions. So one such concept is your credit score. The credit score is like your financial report card. It reflects your credit worthiness, and it's basically a 3-digit number that influences the lender's decisions. And then whenever this is how they determine your eligibility for credit. So building and maintaining a good credit score is crucial for accessing better opportunities and more favorable terms. So I reached out to a few of the people in the community that we keep in touch with, and I collected a little bit of some of the most frequently asked questions about consumer credit. And I want to go ahead and address those to provide a little bit of clarity on those important topics. So the number one question that I get are, what are the key factors that affect your credit score? So the scoring algorithm basically calculates your credit score in kind of a complex manner, but there are really 5 factors that are used to determine your credit score, and they're pretty straightforward. So number 1 is payment history. So how you manage your payments is the biggest factor in your credit score, and it accounts for about 35% of your FICO score. Credit utilization is another big one. It's how much is available for the revolving lines of credit that you're using. It's a second most impactful factor, and it accounts for about 30% of your score. And then the length of your credit history, which is how long you've managed credit, makes up about 15% of your score. And then there's like a mix, which is how many types of credit you have. And that's about 10% of your score. So finally, you got like new credit accounts as well as inquiries, and that makes up about the other 10% of your score, approximately. So that's kind of like the number 1 most asked question. So before we wrap it up, let's go ahead and actually take a moment to celebrate a little success story. So let's celebrate the people who have used their consumer credit wisely. It's because of their journeys that it's inspired us to actually make better credit decisions and take control of our financial futures. Without those people being the pioneers, we wouldn't know actually how credit really affects us. So that pretty much wraps up our deep dive into consumer credit. I hope that you guys found this video insightful and empowering. And remember that by understanding the roles of the consumers, the credit bureaus, and the lenders, we can navigate the world of credit with confidence. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel for more tips and insights. Go ahead and hit that notification bell to stay updated. Share this video with your friends and family who might benefit from the information, and together, let's conquer the world of consumer credit and build a better financial future.